Hi everyone, in today's lecture we will discuss about program based on while loop. So in this lecture we will see the program to find sum of all the digits of a number using while loop statement. So here is my input number 1 to 3 and I want sum of all the digits of a number. What is sum of all the digits of a number here? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. So I want output as 6. This is my requirement. So let's understand the logic. One thing is pretty much clear that we want the digits one by one, and if we add all we will get desired output, right? So how can we get the digits from a number? See, if I will perform modulus operation like num num modulo 10, okay, then I will get the last digit of a number. I will get the last digit of a number. Okay, this logic keep in your mind. Okay, so suppose my number is 1 to 3. So if I will perform 1 to 3 modulo 10, so I will get the last digit of a number, that is 3. Fine, because tell me, if you divide 123 by 10, what will be the remainder? Remainder is 3, right? So you got 3 here, right? The remainder is 3, so you got 3 here. It means you got the last digit of a number. Now if I will perform 123 divide by 10, then what will happen? Then it will remove the last digit of a number, and then the number will become what? 1 2. Fine, because if you will divide 123 by 10, so tell me what you will get? 12.3, right? But it is int and it is also int, so int divided by int, what you will get? Int type. So it will only take this part and this part is will discard. Okay, so you will get 12 as a new number. I hope this much is pretty much clear to you. Now suppose, assume I took one variable sum. I took one variable sum and I initialized this variable with the value 0. Fine. And I have one expression like sum plus remainder. Sum plus remainder. Fine. So at this point, if I will apply this expression sum is equal to sum plus remainder, so initial value of sum is what? 0, plus what is the remainder? This 3. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. So at this point, what is the value of sum? 3. Fine. Now let's see when the number become 12. So if I will again apply the operation like 12 modulo 10, so I will get 2 as remainder, right? So at this point, what will be the sum value? Sum is equal to sum plus remainder, right? So the sum value is 3 now. So 3 plus remainder here is what? 2. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Now I want to remove the last digit from this number again. So you have to perform 12 divided by 10. So the new number will become what? New number is now 1. Now tell me, if I will perform 1 modulo 10, so you will get what? 1 as a remainder, right? So sum is equal to sum plus remainder. So what is the sum? 5. So 5 plus 1, that is equal to 6. So you got the desired output. Now if you will perform again 1 divided by 10, so you will get what? 0. Now your number is what? 0. So if the number is 0, after 3 iterations, what will happen here? The number will become 0. So no further processing required, no iteration required. That should be your condition of while loop. You have to iterate until the number is not equal to 0. If the number is equal to 0, then stop the iterations. That is the condition for sure. Remember this point. Okay, so tell me, what is the first iteration? So if you will sum all of this, you will get your desired output as 6 here. I showed you. So what is the first iteration? This is the first iteration, right? And what is the second iteration? This is the second iteration. What is the third iteration? This is the third iteration, right? Doing an modulo operation and doing an division operation. modulo division, right? This is what we are doing repeatedly on a number until the number is not equal to 0. We are performing this operation. So this is the logic. Now let's understand the steps to achieve the requirement or steps to follow. Let's see. So the first step is I want to take input from user. So I have to create a scanner class object, right? Scanner sc is equal to new scanner. I have to pass system dot in here. This we have already seen in the previous lecture. So now number is of what type? Int type. I want to take int type. So I'm using sc dot next int. So I will get a number from the user int num. Clear? Now the second step is declare a sum variable and initialize it to 0. This variable is used to store the sum of digits of a number. The third step is also declare the remainder variable to store the remainder after performing the modulo operation on number. Everything we have seen just now. This all steps. The fourth step is find the remainder by using the modulo operator. Basically, it will give you the last digit of a number. Fine. Now, the fifth step is add the last digit to sum and store again to the same variable sum. That also we have done, right? I have shown you the expression sum is equal to sum plus remainder, right? That is what here I'm mentioning here. Now the sixth step is now divide the number by 10 so that it will remove the last digit of a number. And the seventh step is repeat the steps from 4 to 6 until the number will become 0. Clear with this point? Clear with these steps? If you are clear with these steps, then we can proceed further to see the practicals in Eclipse IDE. So let's go to the Eclipse IDE. This is my Eclipse IDE. So I don't want these things. Just close this. Okay. Now let's create one project first. So new Java project. So my project name is what? Loop demo. Now finish. Inside the loop demo, I have this src folder. Right click, new, and create a package. So com.naveen is my package name. Finish. Now click here at the package, new, and create one class named as while loop. We are learning while loop, right? So while loop demo. I want public static void main method inside this because I want to run this individually. So finish it up. Now you have this common structure. So what thing you have to do first? You have to declare your variables first. So I want int num to store the number, then rem to store the remainder. Then I want what? A sum variable, right? Sum. And I want to initialize this sum with 0. This is what we have covered in the steps, right? So my point here is I want to take input from user. So what I have to do? I have to create a scanner class object. A scanner sc is equal to new scanner, and I have to pass. I want to take the input from the keyboard, so I'm passing input to this constructor as system.in. So import this scanner. How to import? Control and space. Control and space. Press. You will get the suggestion. Select this one. Right? Done. Now you know that user is going to input the integer value, int type. So you have to do sc reference of this scanner class object. Use the dot. Then use next int. See int. Next int. It will scan the next token of input as an int. So it will return you what? Int value. So already I have this variable int num, so I can store inside this. I have my number now. Right? I have the number now. Now the story of while loop will start. So while, what should be the condition? We have just seen the condition, right? The condition should be iterate until the number is not equal to 0. Fine. Now see, what is the first step inside the while loop? What you have to perform? Remainder is equal to num modulo 10. So it will give you what? A last digit, which is what? Remainder, right? This you have to perform. Next was what? Sum is equal to sum plus remainder, right? And the next step was what? Num is equal to divide the num by 10, so that you will remove the last digit of a number. These three things we have already covered. Now run this. Run as Java application. Now it is waiting for your input. So give the input 1 to 3. Okay, I want to print also, no? So system dot out dot println sum. I want to see the sum, so I have to print also, right? So run as Java application. 1 2 3. See, you got the output as 6. Now you might be thinking, sir, can you please explain me the iterations? What will happen in per iteration? Yeah, I will explain you definitely. Let's go to this and see the iterations. So we have done this, right? Int num, rem and sum is equal to 0. Then what you have done? You have created a scanner class object. You have taken the input from the user. Then inside the while loop, see what will happen at first iteration. At first iteration, when you do a modulo operation on number modulo 10, what will happen? What is the number you have taken? 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 modulo 10, you will get the remainder as 3. So this 3 you are storing in rem variable. Now the next step is sum is equal to sum plus rem. It means 0 plus 3. You got the 3 as sum. Now what you are doing here? Num divide by 10. It will remove last digit. So your new number will become what? 1 2. Fine. What will happen inside the second iteration? Again, you are performing the num modulo 10. So this time it will give the last digit. So 1 2 is the number. What is the last digit? 2. So you got 2 here. You store this 2 inside this rem variable, right? And then sum, calculating the sum. Sum is equal to what? Sum plus rem. So 3, already 3 was the sum earlier. Now you are adding this 2 here. It should be 2. Okay, so 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 because rem is equal to 2 here in this case. So you got 5 as a sum. Now what you have to do? You have this number, you want to remove this 2 also because you have add up this 2 in your sum case. So I want to remove. So 12 divided by 10, that is equal to 1. Now the new number is what? 1. Now in the third iteration, what will happen? Num modulo 10. So 1 modulo 10 is what? 1. So this is what the last digit. So storing inside the rem variable. Sum is equal to sum plus rem. So sum value from the last case is what? 5. So 5 plus rem in this case is equal to 1. So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Then if you will perform num is equal to num divide by 10, it means 1 divided by 10. Basically you will get 0.1. But you are doing what? Int by int. So it will take only this value 0. Now your number will become 0, right? Number is 0 now. So the control will come out from the while loop and you will get sum is equal to 6 as the output. Why it will come out? Because the condition is what? Num is not equal to 0. This is your condition. But what happened here? You got num as 0. So 0 is not equal to 0. So you will get what? False. So at the when while is false, condition is false, so what will happen? Control will come out from the while loop, right? And the statements after the while loop will execute, right? This thing is clear. So this is all about this program. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel to get the further updates.